Alright, hope everybody's doing well. Got several pieces of mail in here, a couple postcards. We don't need to go over those, but what I was really excited about is my historic images came in. Now, if you didn't know, the last weekend or so they had 40% off, and that 40% off went really above and beyond what I was normally capable to get, so my photographs were $6. Unfortunately, after the whole sale was done, I still had some stuff in my car thinking the sale was still going on because it just said ending soon. It didn't tell me when it was ending. So unfortunately I had about 5 photographs I really wanted to get, and that was not going to be doable. Now they're $50+, even though they gave me 15% off as a consolation price because they saw them still in my cart afterwards. They said, we noticed that you've been interested in these things, you know, do you want to get those? And so I'm not sure. So what I'm going to do is show you the photographs that I picked out here, and I'll explain about the other photographs I haven't gotten yet. Because it's very difficult when you want to do a secret type of project, because I don't want to blather to everybody I'm writing to this person, send it off, and then not get it. But I'd rather, you know, send off to the person, and then if I get it, then I'll tell you how exactly why and how. Because the last thing I want to do is say, hey, I'm going to write to this person, and then have nothing to show for it. You know, essentially. So the first picture, again, $6 for this one here, normally $10. This amazing Bad News Bears photograph here. Try to get all of it in there. Bad News Bears and Breaking Training. Usually when the photographs are put together, they usually have this kind of info sheet covering the picture, but they get removed and then stuck back to here. However, the historic images decal usually will pop right off here if you're very, very careful with that. It's a nice little archival sticker there, but some of the ones that have been on there longer take a little more time to get off, but they don't usually leave any damage. On the very ancient pictures, you do not want to apply any heat to the pictures, because especially it might add some brown toning to the photographs. But very, very cool publicity thing here, rejoicing, and Chris Barnes gives his opinion about the Bears trying to make it to Houston to play at the Astrodome. So very, very, very cool there photograph. Did not have that in my collection, so that is very neat. Probably suitable for framing, but I'll just throw that in my binder here. We'll just do that very quickly here. Show you the binder I'm using currently here. This is just right now to put photographs that I don't know what to do with right now. I can't get everything organized. You know, I've got maybe 5 to 7 photograph binders, and they really need to be organized. So that will be done at some point. This binder was free at the state surplus there, and then these pages were found in the Goodwill bins, brand new in package. So I figured, you know what, these are 8.5 by 11 photographs, so they will encompass both types. You don't usually see the 8.5 by 11 photographs. So the next photograph we have here, I try to do this in the order of how I got them. I think this was the next one here. This is very, very cool. This is the only color photograph I have here. This is a guy working at McDonald's, and it's a very, very nice setup display here showing 1990s McDonald's life here. Very cool. A few production markings, and some of them actually wiped off. There's a couple of red spots here that wiped right off. I barely even touched them, and they came right off. Now, McDonald's 1405 Post Oak Boulevard. Rusty Schlater, assistant manager with the McDonald's newest item, McLean Deluxe, a low-fat burger, copyright 1991, the Houston Post. And then it's marked Library, March 14th, 1991, Houston, Texas. Very, very cool picture. Again, that was only $6. So I always tell people to go to the Historic Images site. Most people are about $10 to $15 for a photograph. And that sometimes includes shipping, but sometimes you're about $20 for a photograph. And if you're going to send them TTM, all bets are off. I'm not saying this to Rusty Schlater, because he may or may not know how to sign this. But again, this is a very cool thing that could just be put in any McDonald's ad. Any one of them. Very, very neat. Then the next one we have here is Michael J. Fox and Nancy McKeon and Poison Ivy. Not sure if that's on DVD, but that's a made-for-TV thing, I believe. They were camp staff. His arm is all bandaged up. Maybe he got Poison Ivy. I have no idea. But these were two very big stars at the time, Michael J. Fox and Nancy McKeon. They both do not sign autographs, as far as I know. I think I tried to write Nancy McKeon. I sent her something and got nothing in return. So I think I found her private address. Again, a lot of times people just get stuff and just, you know, when you find out where they are, they don't want you to know, want anybody else to know where they're at, so they don't say anything. February 10th of 1985. Fox number 2, that might be Michael J. Fox number 2, and then it just says something about the telecast p.m. NYT. I don't know if that's New York time or New York Times. I'm not really sure about that one there. But again, it's got all the NBC markings right here. NBC photo here. Very, very cool there. All the information printed on the back. Again, that should pop right off there if I wanted to do that. The next one here is Richard Mole and George Wendt. And Richard Mole and George Wendt had an event where they switched the time periods. So he's pointing to George Wendt because they swapped time slots for a day. The one a few times that they did that, I guess, at this particular juncture here. So I'm going to get Richard Mole to autograph that one for me, and that'll go on my Cheers binder. Even though he was never Cheers, he was part of a funny Cheers event here. Star of blah blah points out the 2 top-rated programs will make a one-night-only switch in time periods. On Thursday, July 31st night, first Night Court will be seen at 9 p.m. NYT, followed by Cheers at 9:30 p.m. NYT. A 1986 photograph there. Very, very cool. And again, another NBC photograph there. Very nice there. Again, $6 for that one there. Then we have this one here. This is a television show, or I can't remember, it was a special. There's Doris Roberts, and look at that. Nancy Cartwright from The Simpsons. And then these 2 young ladies have the last same name, but they are not related as far as I know. Doris Roberts is in the middle here. This is 1981, Nancy Cartwright, Dina Freeman, Doris Roberts, and Lisa Freeman. And hopefully I can get Lisa Freeman to autograph this from 1981. This is the ABC comedy special In Trouble. And you can see it's been taped on back here, ABC photograph. There was perforated edge here, and they took the other stuff off and they just put the thing there, and they marked Doris Roberts, Doris blah blah blah, and they wanted to, basically what they did was they cropped out all the other people and just had Doris Roberts. So that's what a lot of these pictures were done. That's all these markings here. They would crop here, 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 and there's all this extra stuff here that did not need to be in print here. So when you see these things in the TV guides and newspaper, you don't always get the full photograph. So that is very cool there. Then we have 3 more photographs here. We have Sandy Boulevard and Burnside with all the crazy amount of traffic signals here, with a 7-Up sign, all the different traffic lights and what have you here, and all kinds of production markings here. This was first used in June 22nd of 1972, and then it was used again in December 27th of 1988. So how awesome is that? So if you look for old newspapers, I think this was used in probably the Oregonian, talking about Americans waste something like 6 months for waiting for traffic lights. Very possible at one time they may have. So there is that one. Very neat. Suitable for framing. I just think it's a very unusual picture. There's no picture down there. This one here I just picked up because one of these people might be a relation to me, but I don't think so. Checking the old family tree. Again, this was $6. There's some sort of editing to this photograph, adding a couple of things to where it would show up in the newspaper. They did all these kind of tricks to kind of add highlights to some of the little white spots there. So add highlights to somebody's hair or whatever, whether they had them or not. And then this is just the back of it. It says in digital archive, June 15th, 1961. Colleges, University of Idaho faculty. So very, very cool there. And last photograph is these 2 signs being switched somewhere in New York City, I believe. They've also whited out their helmets. Here's the shades of tops there. And this has got all the production markings, all the different people, Mazzariello, Mancino, and Mike Moran. The 3 M's. New York State Transportation Renovation or whatever, or something company, sign installation, I-90. Very, very cool history, very nice, very awesome. Awesome stuff to get. Very, very nice that I got all these things. Hope you enjoyed that. I really, really had fun getting these pictures at $6 a piece. Sale is over, and thank you for watching.